What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with MU37. Now, we're going to go ahead and, in this episode, and buy that Baron, finally. Now, I wanted to show you something first. As you can see, this is a little bit different than will be standard. I'll do another episode on this later on when we start importing planes on exactly how I do this. But I edit the config files. When you come into Flight Simulator in your folder here, go to Sim Objects, Airplanes, and this is a list of the planes I have right now because I haven't imported the or installed the other ones. So I go to like this one. It's the Beech Baron 58. Right here's your config file. Always copy that, and then I make a I go over here, create this folder. The aircraft config file's got the Beech Baron 58, and I paste that in there. That's the stock one. Because as you can see, this is a reconfigured folder, which when I edit this, I paste it in there. And that's the same one that's in my folder. As you can see, this is the config file. It's got a bunch of information and everything that for the plane. Right here on this one, all of them are different, but this is the important line for this plane. Right here you got the cruise speed. I think I edited that. I think it was most of this one was pretty close. It tells you exactly what engine it is and everything. Maximum range. Now I did edit the range to 1478 nautical miles. Let's see. I think I edited the fuel capacity as well. Most of this was pretty good, so I didn't have to edit this stuff too much. I think I edited a little bit of the weights and everything, and I got the information for this off of the Beechcraft website. Fuel burn was different, obviously. It was 27. I got it to 20 because the thing can go 1478 when it's empty. And so basically you accept a job, you act like you're going to fly it, you fill it up with fuel, and then, you know, in that window it'll show you how far you can go. And if it's not right, you just would go into your fleet, click on it, right click, and go to your aircraft details, and then you can edit things like the fuel consumption and everything like that. And then once you keep doing that until you get the right one, and then make sure to come back to your aircraft, and you got to go through each one and edit it to the right fuel consumption. So I had to go through each one and label that as 20. I don't know, it might be a little confusing now. Like I said, when I do more aircraft, I'll show you how a better way, you know, how I import it and edit the config files and all that. But for right now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and lease a Baron B58. I don't like the G100 or 1000, whatever that is. Yeah, G1000 with the glass cockpit. I like having all the dials and everything. So this is the private owned aircraft version, the paint scheme or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and lease this one. As you can see, 54,000 down, and monthly payment is 24,000. And that's in addition to the 18,000 that we of course pay for our base at Huntington at the Tri-State Airport. So I won't have to pay a full month this month though, because I can't remember if it takes us out the first or if it waits exactly a month. I'm not sure. But also when you lease an airplane, buy an airplane, as you can see, a lot more jobs pop up all of a sudden, and it'll be like that for a few days, and then it'll dwindle down to a small number. I'm not sure why it does that, but I do like that it does that. As you can see, this one's a little bit different. You can see that glass. That means it's fragile. It pays a heck of a lot more, the fragile ones do, but you have to be really careful on your landing and on your turns, and how far you bank and everything, to not damage the cargo. But let's see. One thing. Okay, it's 672. Of course, we can handle more just with less fuel. No, I'm definitely not going up there. So I want a shorter flight, and that doesn't pay much. Man, a lot of these are going to be far if I want anything that pays real good. Although here's one. I'm not sure that I can do that though, because only 7 hours. I'd probably have to make 2 runs at it. I don't think I can make that. It's not worth it to risk it. We just got that reputation up, so there's no reason to screw with that right now. Wow, all the way down to West Palm Beach? No way. Not to Wilmington. Wilmington, by the way, will be our next base. But that's a little ways off. Well, actually probably a long ways off. We need something short that pays good. So that's a lot of weight to be bringing back. 1300, 1300. Dahlonega? I have no idea what that. Never heard of it. But looks like there might be 2 going to that city. Sorry it's just taking so long. Oh, that's 1326 as well. Shoot. That would have been good. If that one just didn't have a little longer time on it, I could actually do that. Indian Trail, we've been there before. I think that was our first flight, actually. Alright, we're going to have to pick something here. There's nothing really to bring back on that one. On the way. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that one's... There's so much weight. This would be really long. Really long video, too. I think it's just a little too much. I think we might need to take this one, because then we can swing over and take some of these back. Or do whatever. One more look. See, there's nothing out near that. Just originates there. Nothing from there. Actually, I think I'm going to take that one. Because it's shorter. It's not even half, and it pays just $900 less. Alright, let's take that. As long as it's not grass. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'll accept this. Sorry that took so long. Gotta find something good. Alright, fly select a job. Obviously we're going to be using our Baron. I'm tired of flying the Cessna. Might as well fill it up. We get it for $4.59 here in Huntington. Alright, so it's been loaded by the ground crew. So, next thing, I will meet you in the cockpit. Alright, we're in the cockpit, everybody. Bear with me, I haven't flown this plane in forever. I don't even have the cameras set up in EZDok yet. So bear with me. I kind of forget to play a little bit. Like I say, I'm bound to make some mistakes. I don't know this plane that well. I don't know why that does that. Okay, let's taxi up to the runway. If I sound a little different, I usually use there's our Cessna. I use a microphone that sits on the desk and I talk through it. But right now I've got, when I fly, I'm going to try and use this headset mic. Because I noticed in the videos it's hard to hear me when I'm flying. I'm drowned out by the engines. The Cessna was obviously a lot louder. In fact, I can barely hear the engines right now. But I thought this might be better for recording. Just trying something new. I can barely hear the engines in this plane. I should have that Hauppauge or Hauppauge, however you say it, that streaming device the next few days. I'll use it to record. It's going to make it a lot easier, especially for me and the editing and everything. And I won't have to stop FSX and go and, you know, stop the recordings and go into FSX, close it down, all this crap. Because I don't think it will. So obviously, records different than Fraps. Fraps is not that great. So hopefully that'll help a lot. I haven't flown this plane in a long time, so it's probably gonna suck for me. I need to get used to it again. Stop it right here. Strobe on. There's a taxi off. I know the only way I can find this button is right there. Can't seem to find it when I'm looking at the switches. I was looking for that earlier. Let's see, let's go to 10,000 feet. I know this plane go 20,000 feet. We're not going very far, and honestly, I'm not really even sure of the optimal altitude to fly this plane. I really have no idea. That thing would go there. There we go. So I'll just put it at 10,000 feet. I have no idea what this is for. I guess that's what we want, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. See if we can get back. Need to fix those views. Forgot the GPS. Get this out of the way. And one little thing that we have to do that we didn't have to do in the Cessna, we've got these cowlings. These are just things on the, I guess on the engine or engine cover. You open them up when you're going to be revving your engines high and you don't have a lot of speed. So those just open up so you get more air into the engines to cool them down. I believe that's what those are for. And then once we get airborne and we get it going at a better speed, you just close them up. I believe that's what they're for, at least. That's the way I understand it. Alright, flaps are set. Let's take off. Positive rate, gear up. I know I'm probably going to forget a lot to raise those gear because I'm not used to that with the Cessna. Alright, let's retract our flaps. I'm getting on. Now our airspeed's coming up. Those cowlings. Swell. There we go. So I'm not that comfortable with this aircraft. But I'll get used to it, I guess. Landing might be interesting the first few times, that's for damn sure. Not sure what that ding was. Alright. Autopilot, let's get the altitude. And then navigation, I believe. Yeah, just with GPS. Check our switches. I think everything is how we need it. Like I said, I don't know. Alright, it says about hour and 25 minutes or so. Once we get our climb, we'll obviously pick up speed, so it probably won't be about that long. But as usual, I will go ahead and speed this thing up. Be back in just a minute. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to check out the map, which I now know that you all can't even see. Let's check out. Alright, it's at 1,371 feet. We got 10 and 28, so we'll go on 10, I think. We'll see if we have any approaches. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and go 10. We have to start our descent earlier. This plane, obviously. So we're flying at a higher altitude. That went up to 12,500 instead of 10,000. Get out of the clouds. I'm not sure if you have to worry about icing in FSX. I've never known that. It'd be cool if you did, if it actually affected the performance and everything. But I'm not actually sure if it does or not. So I don't really worry about setting the icing or anything like that. Alright, let's speed this back up. Still at 8,000 feet on. Jeez. Let's get this down to 3,000. We need to just send a heck of a lot quicker. I didn't know it was. I should have been looking at that gauge. Bring the power back so we don't go too fast with this steep descent. I think it was 1,300 feet, it said, the airport elevation, so I don't want to go, I like to be able to see. Is that, no, that's not our airport over there. That's an airplane. Is it? Hopefully miss them. Still at 7,000 feet. Back to idle, or not idle, but 50% power. We need to get down bad. Actually, we're probably not that bad now that I think about it. Let's activate that approach. Almost forgot to do that. Oops. check the outside views. This engine seemed real quiet. And I know it turned it down a little bit, but geez. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I get over here. Now, that approach is RNAV, so I don't know if it needs to be GPS or nav. I think it's GPS. I don't know. At least on the GPS screen, we've got the line. I guess. I'm guessing that's the airport up ahead. Of course it says we're too high. I guess that's got us. This feels really awkward in this plane. I do not dig this. I don't know if we need to, but I will. The gear, call the autopilot. So much different than the daggone Cessna. And I do like coming in higher with planes like this, so I can keep on seeing the runway. Sometimes I have a bit of a problem with that. Oh man, we're going way too fast to get down. On the flaps in this plane, not 3 like the Cessna. Man, this is so much quicker than the Cessna. Oh jeez. No call-outs. Be nice to have call-outs. That seemed like a pretty good landing, I thought. Air hauler's lagging. Now, can I go all the way down here? Is there a building that I can go to down here? I see lights. Surprised how well that landing felt. I felt like we were coming in so much faster than that daggone Cessna. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, air haulers just now noticing that we landed. I wish we're just gonna have to turn around. Just wasted all that time coming down here. That Cessna was flying cruise around between 100 and 110, I believe, and this thing on that one was cruising around 140, I think. So it's about 30% faster cruising, which means we'll get there, 30% quicker. But man, coming down, that really felt so quick. I know we were going a little fast, but dang. This will be a lot tougher on smaller runways, I guess. But like I said, it'll take some taking used to. It is a nice little plane. See, landing was okay. That's our first non-greaser. Well, at least we didn't damage anything. I'm surprised it didn't say it was a greaser. That really felt pretty good. Kept it above the runway just a little bit. Thought it came down pretty nicely. I don't know, I'll have to watch a replay. I thought it was rather well. But oh well, it doesn't matter. Let's park this thing. Can't see that well out of this plane, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. But seeing the taxi lines and everything seems a lot more difficult. It's not even, it's not even nighttime. Let's stop here. Don't want to get too close to that building, since I don't know how to reverse the thing. Not sure if this plane has a reverser, actually. Off, strobes off. Beacon and Naver's technically supposed to be off. What the heck? I don't know why that does all of those. Alright, now the engines are off. Alright, I will meet you back in Air Hauler. We'll get paid. Alright, back here in Air Hauler. You can see it says 361 feet. I didn't think we came down that fast. Unless we lost airspeed and I just dropped down. I wasn't really watching that. I'm kind of surprised. But it's all good. We didn't hurt the plane at all. Go over to our fleet. See, 100%. Still 100%. That's what's important. Alright, let's offload this cargo and get paid. Job completed. We got our first job done with the Baron. Oh, great. That's all we need is more problems with Air Hauler. 50.5. Got almost 51,000 in cash. Let's see our fleet here. I don't even know where we are. Alright, there we are. Well, here's a nice short one. Doesn't pay anything, and it's only in 5 hours. I really don't feel like doing a flight right now. Probably will in a little bit. That's a nice one. That doesn't pay anything. I don't know where we'll go next. Probably somewhere over here. Oh geez, pays nothing. That's not a bad one. Won't fly that next. Alright, well I'll find something a little bit, and that'll be for the next episode. That's it for this episode. I will see you guys later.